Hey Alpha fam, welcome back to another episode of Alpha Commission. Today on Alpha Commission, of course, we're going to continue to go over that just continuous sideways action on the BTC chart. Guys, if we do go straight into the charts, you can see that ever since the beginning of December, we basically have just been going sideways, and that's been a massive consolidation on this macro area in the charts, and it has led to some altcoins taking advantage of the opportunity to cycle profits into themselves and just skyrocket, and then others are just lackluster or perhaps even going sideways or down in the expectation that BTC might just fall over. Now, in my opinion, we do have a little bit of a potential accumulation wedge going on here. This is a bullish formation. And so I just can't be too bearish until we lose these series of higher lows. And while we did get a bit of a fake out here, you can see that we are continuing to press on our highs. And so yes, this local area looks a little bit distributive. This is a very weak showing. We would like to flip the neckline up here and just show a little bit more strength. And until then, it's just sideways is the name of the game. Guys, let's go ahead and take a look at some order blocks. We do have some lower time frame bearish order blocks above our head, kind of what we're bumping into at the moment here. And then we do have bullish order blocks below us, as well as some liquidity, which we could perhaps just drop to once again and hopefully find support. You do see on our EMAs that we do have the 50 EMA and the 89 EMA in those areas on the daily. And so those would suggest that, these are potentially bouncy areas should we fall down there. And then who knows, maybe we put in a bigger distribution pattern to the downside. But right now, as long as we're in that wedge, I can't be too bearish, and we're just looking sideways. As for our daily key levels, again, just 44K remains the name of the game there, where if we do want to hold our momentum, we really have to be above approximately 44,200, but nothing really goes in our favor in terms of a strong bias unless we're over 45,000, approximately 85 now, thanks to this push that we got and some of the microstructure on the wicks over there. Where we will flip a bull zone above 45,550. And if we are able to hold 45,700, then we will have acquired a strength of the move that is significant and could push us up to those 48K targets. Now, underneath 42,700, as this wedge just pulls up on the underside, we could find ourselves falling to some of those discount zones near that bear zone around 38,900 and potentially significantly lower should we lose that. If we go over to our indicators, you can see that we do have a bit of a flag formation going on here, which again, if we break out and are able to conquer this premium zone, then maybe we could have a stretch goal of some of this this 48 to 50K zone over here, which does it is implied off of some of these lower patterns that we have. As you can see, we are riding the top end of our momentum wave here. And so, again, like we just can't be guaranteed that we're going to succeed in this. Previously, we were even more bold than the wave itself. We did oscillate through the wave, but now we're starting to break down, and that could suggest that over time, should we fail in this area, pretty soon, that likely we would come down to perhaps, the bottom of this flag, somewhere around 39, or deeper would be maybe 36 to 35 in that equilibrium area, where we would be looking for support all the way down to 30. Now, where would a deep discount be? Somewhere around that 25K zone. Not sure if we're going to get that, but these are the lower targets we might be looking for. If you like this indicator, that's part of the Chart Prime suite of professional indicators, and you can go ahead and look at the description of the video below for a link to that. And if you use my code, it helps support this channel. So I appreciate if you do that. Guys, we can also see some type of a wedge formation going on here on this higher level. Really, I would be looking at this one. Now, is that a rising wedge or is it an accumulation wedge? I still think that we're probably more biased towards accumulation in this area, at least for one more pop-up. Whether or not that's going to distribute overall to the downside, we do have to be aware that that's a possibility. Let's see, what else might we find here? I think that as long as we're just aware of these premium, equilibrium, and discount zones, that's pretty good on these short time frames. We do seem to be changing a little bit of our character from bearish to bullish just a few minutes ago. We did have a bearish across the board on those really short time frames, and so hopefully we are seeing a little bit of a spike today and maybe flipping that area. But if not, that's what we're going to be looking out for this weekend, and hopefully we don't get another rejection like we did the other day. If we go to our indicators over here, you can see that the RSI on the daily here is just losing. It lost the bullish control zone a while ago, back in mid-December, and we've just been kind of oscillating around that bullish control zone. Now we're oscillating above the 50%, and if we can change that around and get back into the bullish control zone, then we could see a nice pop. We really don't want to lose that 50%, so keep your eye on that on the RSI on the daily. In terms of the Stoke, we are still in the bull control zone. So again, I can't be too bearish until these things really start losing the middle of their levels here. And on the Oscillator Pro, which again is part of that chart prime package, pardon me. We can see a little bit of strength coming in here, and sometimes you get that when you bounce off of these kind of 50% or zero lines, and we are seeing a little bit of that. Basically the consolidation area here on the BBWP did start around the 8th of December, and we have just been consolidating until January 1st, and now we seem to be going into expansion. However, because our price action is overall sideways here, we're not sure yet if we're expanding to the upside or to the downside, so we are going to just be paying very strong attention to our bias. And right now, the bias is still generally to the upside. So I am going to keep my bias to the upside until something breaks, okay? And I just don't see it breaking. But under 41,000, I think that would be a pretty good red flag there. Guys, I think I'm going to leave it there for the day. That's your alpha for the day. Stay safe and happy trading.